And we're live. Welcome, everybody. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. We have a nice show today. We're covering, obviously, the Bitcoin and Hex price, which Bitcoin not looking good. Hex is still looking good, just a little bit of a pullback. Then we got Ben Dubard, special guest. Ben Dubard will be joining us on the show. We're talking about the news that just broke today, where Hex has officially been changed from staking to mining. You can no longer stake your Hex. You have to mine your Hex. So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about Richard Hart. He has pivoted in his marketing approach, seemingly, because he talked about how he doesn't want to flex anymore. And we're going to talk about many other things, maybe some V3 talk, things like that. So we got a lot to talk about, and I hope you guys are liked and subscribed. But yeah, so thank you guys all for tuning in. And thank you guys who are watching the replay. So that's pretty awesome. Just looking something up. But yeah, let's go check out the chat. See what you guys are saying. Hope you guys are all liked and subscribed. What's going on? Metastaying. We did a one-on-one yesterday. That was awesome. Davis, healthy pullback. Yeah, I agree. Robert Online, greetings. Greetings, Robert Online and Big GZ. What's up, Big GZ? Thanks for tuning in. Before we get into the charts, just a quick message from our sponsor, furufinance.com. Do you guys have any questions with regard to crypto, Pulsechain launch security, profit-taking strategies, blockchain technology, anything? Go to furufinance.com and go book a free one-on-one. Also, join the community, become a patron, get awesome discounts, get Zoom meetings, courses, pretty much everything under the sun. Access to my trades and my portfolio, only available in the Patreon. So get in the inside and get in the Patreon. Discord group as well is included in the Patreon. So like all those kinds of things, links in the description. But yeah, what's going on, Jose Urbina? Your prediction for the next bull run, Hex? Very high. I think we're going to be counting Hex in dollars, to say the least. But yeah, without further ado, there are 18 people watching. Ben will be coming shortly, and we're looking forward to that. So let's take a look at the charts. Bitcoin right now is at 22,000. Big dump yesterday, and retest of the support. Exactly as I predicted. It's wicking the support. Looks like it's retesting the support level right now is at 22,000 approximately. If it could hold, we should be headed back up to 24,000. If not, target is going to be about 20,000. Interestingly, I did point out the bearish divergence yesterday, and that was obviously followed by a massive dump, exactly as I predicted. So yeah, that's what's interesting. I think it's nice to see a little bit of price action for Bitcoin, but not too much. Wouldn't be surprised if we go as low as 20,000, but if we break 20,000, then we should be headed for 18,168. And if we break that, it's probably looking at 11K and pray. That's probably our next price target is 11K and pray, which I don't think is going to happen. What's going on, everyone in the chat? JJ says, are you preparing to do a Europe tour yet? Travel, speak to the people, that kind of thing. Listen, if I get big enough that I can go to Europe, I could afford to go to Europe. One, see, this is based on a lot of assumptions. One is I have to be able to afford to go to Europe. Two is I have to be big enough where I can just show up somewhere and people come and listen to me speak. That's not currently the situation. So I'm not big enough really, and I can't afford it because I'm a broke pleb. And even if I could afford it, well, technically, I guess I could afford it, but I'd rather be spending my money elsewhere, buying Hex. So that would be that. But if I get rich off Hex, and if I get enough of a following where I could go around Europe and have people come and sit and talk to me and maybe take me out to dinner, or I take them out to dinner, I would totally do that. But I think we got a long way to go. But I would love to do a Europe tour. I did go to Europe once before. I went to Greece. I don't know. Where are you in Europe? Which country? I went to Ireland. I went to Greece. I went to France. It was really fun. I liked Europe a lot. So I would really love to do that, but not at the current socioeconomic situation. Also, I've been thinking like now is so not the time to spend money and go on vacation. Everything that I'm doing now is to either build what I'm building here with, the business, or just to buy Hex, like this is the bear market. This is when we build, we go tour during the bull market. That is when we go on tour. That is where you guys can all meet up with me and everything like that. Yeah. So that's probably how it goes, but I'd love to go to Europe. That's a good idea, JJ. JJ is from Amsterdam. I would love to go to Amsterdam. I'd love to meet up with you and some like-minded people as well, especially if you want to sponsor it. Hey, maybe we could make that. We could expedite that. But I'd rather you not sponsor me because I'd rather you buy Hex. But cool. And Metastaying says, when setting a limit order, do you have to keep your wallet connected? Do you have to keep your wallet connected to matcha.xyz? That's a question for Ben Dubard, the Zen master. What's going on? Oh, shoot. I got to change my audio. I hear you a little bit, but you should come through my microphone. How you doing, man?
I'm good. So you don't have to keep your wallet connected to when you set a limit order. You can like shut off your computer and go away. Is that the question?
That is the question. And there you guys go. There you have an answer. Yeah, that's why he's here, guys.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I had a Moonter view. So that's my background here. I actually I spun my desk around, so I had my soccer stuff in the background before. Now I just have this wall. So
sweet. You don't even need a green screen, man?
I don't think so. I think what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna put stuff on the wall, like crypto stuff, and then maybe have something up here on the wall, like that I can hang the green screen on like easily.
Oh, sweet.
And then I can do them. This is the official Moonter view background for.
You want to send me that, man, so I could.
Oh yeah. How should I do it? Twitter or?
Yeah.
Okay, let me send it real quick.
While you're sending it, JJ asked if I'm planning to do a Europe tour. I'm like, one, I'm not rich enough. Two, I'm not big enough. But if I get rich enough and big enough, then I'll do a Europe tour.
Nice.
Or maybe we'll go to Portugal. Ben speaks Portuguese. You guys know that? Guys didn't know that.
That's right. Might try and organize some kind of Portuguese Hex stream sometime. I'd like to. I'm rusty, so I think that'd be fun.
There you go. Did you send it?
I sent it on Twitter.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I sent it.
Save image. Save image. What's going on, Ben? How have you been? It's been a long time. It's been
yeah, nothing much, man. I'm good. Been taking care of the puppy. Took her to the vet yesterday. So she's all good. She's napping now, but it keeps me waking up early. So I'm actually on a nice. I was having a real struggle being on a consistent life schedule. Like I would just stay up late all the time, just naturally, because I had nothing. Like I'd just sleep in. So the puppy actually wakes me up at 7:30 about every single morning, and if I don't get up and take her out to use the bathroom and then play with her and stuff, like she's just going to keep crying. So it's kind of forced me to have a schedule, which is nice.
Ben's learning how to be a parent.
Yeah, it feels like it. Like I underestimated how much work a puppy is, but it's good now. I think getting her, things have been getting better. It was pretty rough at the beginning, but I'm kind of getting the hang of it now, and she's behaving better. She's not attacking my feet. She would just attack my feet in the morning, like bite the crap out of them. And that was like driving me insane. Like it would hurt so bad, but she's kind of stopped. So
it's not letting me download your thing. So
let me send it to you on Telegram, because SJ had the same problem. You couldn't, for some reason on Twitter, it's like weird.
We got
let
this.
me find you on Telegram.
That's right.
Ho ho ho. Yeah, I've had an unusually busy week this week, but it's all good. Oh wait, how do I find you on Telegram? It's gonna be hard. What? Oh wait, you're in the we're in the TikTok group. Let me go there and I'll find you right away.
Yeah, you're a mod. You're a mod in the TikTok group. You know, we got over 300 people in there now.
Oh, nice.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. That's the wrong TikTok.
Got to give a shout out. K for K Crypto is in the chat. What is going on, K for K Crypto? He was nice enough to share a clip from the Johnny Chaos stream, which was really good, and I appreciate that. But thanks so much for tuning in, K for K. Hopefully we could have you on sometime soon.
Okay, I found you. All right.
All right, I got it.
Excellent.
Wait, this guy's asking me to put in my seed phrase. What? No.
Yeah. Just follow the instructions on the link I sent you for Furu Finance. Don't ask any questions.
It's Ben. It says it's from Ben Dubard.
Yep.
All right. Let's see how that works. Settings.
Yeah, shout out to K for K Crypto. You know, Gerardo and then K for K were like two streamers that I think inspired me a lot, because I feel like we're like similar age, I guess. I was like, oh, these guys are pretty cool.
Yeah. Whenever I wanted to show, like, I asked my friend, like, did you see my stream? I talked about this. He's like, no, but he watches K for K all the time. Like, what the hell, man? You're my friend.
Wow, that's cold.
You're not K. You're not. He's like, yeah, let's watch K for K. I'm like, oh, what am I, chopped liver? No. Understandably so, honestly, because he's a legend. Yeah.
Dude,
So what's
I
going
was gonna
on,
say
man?
I've noticed your streams. I've been getting like 100 people live.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
Crazy.
I don't know if they come for me or they come for the guests, but I'll take it. Hopefully, we'll get 100 today as well. If you guys hit the like button, that'll definitely help. Um, so yeah, so JB brings up the mining thing. We will discuss the mining thing. Yeah, people are losing their mind over that. And yeah, so guys, just go hit the like and subscribe. Let's get into the markets, the Bitcoin chart. What's your take on the Bitcoin chart? Is there any news behind this drop, or was it just random?
I don't know. I saw there's like 250 million in liquidations or something. I think I just saw that on Twitter. And I was like, "Oh, what happened?" Looks like the price went down. So, I don't know.
We're at 22,400, and look,
Mm.
you see my lines, dude. It bounced right over the line, and I didn't redraw the
You called it.
lines. I didn't redraw the lines, guys. But like this time, it kind of just like totally dunked on my line. But it came to this line.
That's pretty spot on, man. I don't know. There's not many people who can do that.
Yeah, man. I think I should start doing a trading group. If only I listened to my charts.
Mm.
Kidding. Yeah, that's it. Bitcoin sucks, guys. Okay. What about the Hex price? First of all, thing that is very noticeable, and Crispy Man, we got to give credit. I'm very into giving credit where credit is due. Crispy Man pointed this out and talk about decorrelation. If you look at the Bitcoin chart compared to the Hex chart, it's completely different. I mean, so it does seem like there is some decorrelation going on. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the decorrelation?
Seems like it. I mean, it's happened before, so I think overall it is decorrelated from what I've seen people do. There's some kind of equation where you do the math and it's like, oh, it's mostly decorrelated or something. So I think we're riding the pulse chain hype. So it's kind of like plus our liquidity since it's all on dexes, like we can kind of do our own thing, you know. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we're gonna get testnet like any day now, or
V3 should come out any day now. If the bug was
yeah,
solved and
it
there's the
seems like
syncing.
it.
See, it really makes me cringe when I talk about like the technical things as if I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
No, I mean
we're all just
I
guessing.
know what I'm talking. I understand sort of like the ifs and thens, but I don't really understand it. So like I say, like there needs to be there were three clients up instead of four. Aragon had a bug. I don't know what the hell clients are. I don't know what the hell the bug was. I couldn't read the code, so it's like I kind of sound like someone who doesn't know what he's talking about, trying to know what they're talking about. But I do it anyway. um,
Yeah,
so according to that, the four clients are up, and the bug has been finished. The bug has been solved. The four clients are up. Testnet v3 is already in its private. It's in its private stages. So it should be going public very, very soon. Is that a good answer? Did I sound like Deb
sounds good to
Kyle?
me. Maybe this weekend. Wouldn't that be awesome? This weekend we get it. That'd be exciting, man.
It would be super exciting, and there's no reason why it should be very close, based on what people have been saying. So I think that'll lead to a pump. Did you know that this was my testnet v3 target, and this was my mainnet target?
Oh,
And see, I say when I'm wrong, I say when I'm right. I brag about the lines, and I also say when I'm wrong. And boy, was I wrong, because we're already at the mainnet launch target. And testnet v3 has not even been released. So, what do you think about that? And what does that mean for the mainnet price?
I don't know. Have you been watching like Access Alive? Have you seen some of his recent things? He's been going around to a lot of
Oh, dude,
channels.
he's coming on the show soon. He's coming on the
Oh,
show.
really? All
Yeah,
right. Nice.
he's literally on another show every day. Everybody wants a piece of him, um,
Yeah.
because he's freaking awesome. Like a lot of people are going like price prediction, this, that. I'm like, just wait for Access Alive. You guys are going to be You guys are going to be kids in the candy store when he comes
Yeah.
on, because he could give it, and he also has a lot of data, and it's just really exciting. But what were you going to say about Access Alive?
Well, he has kind of talked about how the liquidity conditions are similar to like post big payday, or kind of like when we had the run to like 56 cents. And Crispy Man had a great stream I tweeted out where he was looking at how scarce the hex supply is becoming. So, I mean, it's kind of nuts. Like maybe something crazy does happen. I don't know. Looking at that, it's interesting to see. But so maybe this is just the beginning, and like we go parabolic or something, and we just do our own thing. And I don't know.
I think it's definitely possible. Access Live talks about the liquidity sandwich, where there's very little liquidity until 12 cents. So there's like a lot underneath where we are, maybe a little above,
I
and
think
then
it changed though. I think the whales moved the liquidity now.
where's the liquidity now?
I don't know. I think we can look.
Yeah, go
I think
share
I
your
think right
screen.
after, because I remember we were on with Johnny Chaos when Johnny Chaos was on, and I was
Yeah,
here. He was talking about that, and I think like the next day, I saw someone tweet how the whales had moved the liquidity now, and there wasn't like that sandwich anymore.
that's interesting because he's like, don't tell anyone, and then he ended up telling everyone, and then maybe the whales responded because I
I
wouldn't be
know. Yeah, that's
surprised.
kind of what I was thinking too. They were like, "Hey, you guys are exposing our game. Like we're switching it up now."
Yeah, it's because we're kind of our own little bubble. So like the whales watch not necessarily me, but they're watching Johnny Chaos, like they're reading his tweets. It matters. It's not like when we're talking about Ethereum whales and things like that. Like the whales they're involved, like
Yeah,
they're
they might
closely
be.
monitoring the situation. So like we could disrupt we could disrupt market activities with what we say on stream. So guys, be cognizant of that. No, I'm kidding. Um, but we're gonna get a look firsthand.
All right, trying to find. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I think this is correct information. Let's see. So, looks like we have a ton of support at like 0.54 cents, a giant support like right below 4 cents. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Um, so yeah, so I mean, the thing with anytime I see someone post like liquidity, it's like it can change in a second. Like all someone has to do is just take it out and move it. So
But it's clear skies after like right there.
I mean, right now, but the thing is, like, it can just move. Like,
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
could just come in and put in more and more and more and more as we continue to go up, unless
yeah,
someone just came in real quick and like blasted it off,
yeah. I mean, and that is really what happens. So it's
Yeah,
it's not that strong of an indicator, but it's definitely interesting. And
yeah,
it could signal to someone to just step in with a big buy if they want to really disrupt things.
that's right. All the whales listening.
But yeah, so we got 51 watching, so just go hit that like and subscribe button, and then go over to Ben's channel and hit the like and subscribe button. um what's going on in the chat, guys? Barry Thomas says, will testnet v3 trigger or indicate the date for a snapshot and airdrop? I don't think so, but what do you think, Ben?
No, I don't think so. Because we got to see if testnet v3 like works.
Yeah, mainnet launch is based on how this is again me just talking the technical stuff. Pardon me. Yeah, mainnet time frame is based on how testnet v3 unfolds, and nobody knows how it's going to unfold until it actually launches. So
Yeah, the database. We're gonna need to rewire the database, and the mainframe's gonna have to get backdoor updates, triple client.
Oh
You know,
man. Yeah. Triple. It's sinking. It's sinking, guys. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to what we have planned here. We got crypto bubbles, very very red. What are your thoughts on crypto bubbles?
yeah, it is
Mark
very red.
markets down.
Interesting. Yeah. Damn it. Market's down, man. God.
Yeah, rough times, rough times. And then we got Hex Daily Stats, 6.4 payout per T share. Um,
Beautiful.
we got 279 changing current holders. So that is
Mm.
4 days in a row, triple digits. And yeah, getting as high as 432 on the daily. What do you think about that? What do you think about those onboarding numbers?
It's nice. It seems like the green candles are bringing in new holders.
Yeah. And green candles is the best it is the best form of marketing, and the second best is obviously the TikToks. So how about make
Yeah.
TikToks about the green candle? They're not mutually exclusive, guys. Um
Mm.
look at that. It's interesting though, changing current miners. So we're going to talk about that, but they did change it. It's not changing current stakers. Changing current miners is 9 and 8.
Oh,
So with the
wow.
big discrepancy, so we had 3-digit changes in current holders, but only 1-digit change in current miners. It seems like people are getting ready for the Pulse Chain launch. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's exciting. I think the terminology change is smart. I think it's pretty cool. I think it makes sense. What do you think about it?
Uh, I think it does make sense, but yeah, we're gonna we're gonna get into that. But just that there's so many holders and so few onboards and staking. What do you think about that?
I think that would maybe indicate that it's a lot of new people. Like they just don't know what the mining is or how it works. You know, so they're like dipping their toes in. They're like, oh, this coin's up, and maybe they don't even know that they can do something with it, or they're like, oh, but I'm not. Yeah, this hex coin, I know it's a scam, and people who lock the money up, they're getting scammed. But I'll make money off the pump, because they don't know. They think they know, but they don't know. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, hopefully they'll be more interested once they, buy this. They'll start watching more, consuming more content, and then they'll get to realization. I think also is people want to buy Pulse,
Yeah,
and
good
you got to
point.
have that liquid for that. But the numbers are absolutely incredible. I mean, it's my conviction has never been stronger.
He sounded like an anime character. Just
I know,
the
I
Richard
know.
Hart ecosystem.
Japanese music. All right, now let's get into the big thing that happened. This happened on stream yesterday. So Richard
Oh,
Hart tweets: hex hex mining is no longer called staking. It's a little confusing because it would have been better if it was hex staking is no longer called staking. But hex mining is, it's like nobody even knows what hex mining is no longer called staking. The
it's been
focus,
mining all along.
exactly. The focus is on the user doing all of their own work and reaping all of their own rewards. There are no middlemen in Hex. There's just you and the code you choose to run. Work is in progress, updating everything. So, what are your initial thoughts on the change?
Well, it makes sense because like staking is usually. I could see how there could be confusion with Pulse Chain. Like, oh, I'm going to stake my Pulse Chain like to a validator. And then people are also saying, well, why don't you stake your Hex? And they're like, hey, why is Hex staking so much better than Pulse staking? What's the difference? Blah, blah, blah. I've already had friends who were kind of like, so you can stake your Pulse, like, and you can lock, so you can, when they hear you can stake your Pulse, they automatically are like, oh, I can stake my Pulse for 15 years too, So I think it makes sense. And also legal terms, like the actual definition of staking is like traditionally like you're helping validate the layer one network.
Mhm. Yeah.
So with Hex, you're burning. It's just its own thing in itself. And I think calling it mining makes more sense. And mining is also like this buzzword people have. They're like, oh yeah, like I have friends who random friends are like, yeah, my one buddy, we were talking about like making a mining operation. We hear that's where the money is, and it's like that's smart to think like, yeah, earning more of like the thing that's going up in value. So like, and you are doing work in Hex. You are staking, you are burning your tokens, you are delaying the gratification, and then you are minting them. So it's like the new. I like this take of like this is the new mining. And we're like, hey, there's a way you can mine crypto without hurting the environment. People are like, whoa, what? Really? I heard mining was bad for the environment. Well, there's this way you can mine Hex, and it doesn't hurt the environment at all, and you can do it so easy. So yeah, I think it makes so much sense.
I like everything that you said, and I didn't think of a lot of things that you said. So you're saying a lot. Like one is it's just there's the familiarity, like you're earning free stuff, and everyone thinks that Bitcoin is like, yeah, you're earning free stuff, like amazing, like Bitcoin mining. Like I want to mine, and obviously, it's like mining 2.0 because there's no barrier to entry and risk. Like running a mining operation, if the price drops, your expenses aren't incurred, and obviously it's bad tokenomics. So that's all some great points. Also, like people automatically associate Hex staking is similar to mining because like obviously staking with proof of stake is to secure the network. So that's a great point. I think the thing that really first came to my mind was like the legal thing, the legal what's the word, implications, right? So like when people think of staking, there's a lot of people think there's middlemen involved because like there's just like too much staking where it's basically just give away your tokens, give up your coins and expect people to earn yield on it or just give you more in return, so like that could give some like sort of legal bottleneck where the SEC might be thinking, oh, it's a security. It's like Coinbase has staking. Hex also has staking. Hex must be like Coinbase. I mean, obviously,
Right.
they look more into it, but like your typical person might just stay away. But obviously, there is the no middleman. So I think it's good. It's good to really steer clear of associating with that kind of thing.
I think it describes it more accurately, like what you're doing. I think mining actually describes it better.
Yeah, absolutely. And the only thing is like already it's like it's been so like it's the staking word has like established it's such footing and like the Hex brand, it's like so synonymous with Hex that it's a little weird.
I guess it is for us, but we're still I feel like it's still so early in a way.
Yeah,
Not
we're gonna
financial advice, but
we should the memes with the girl like going like this, talking to her friend, looking at some guy.
I don't know. Maybe if I saw it.
Like I heard he bought Hex at under a cent.
Oh, right.
The chick, like, yeah. So like I heard he got in when it was still called staking.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Meme that, guys. But yeah, so that was the first tweet. It's going to be interesting how that plays out. I definitely think from a legal perspective, it's advantageous. I think from everything that you said, it's advantageous. But I guess overall, I am definitely in favor of it. Then he says, inflating the Hex supply through minting Hex using proof of a weight could be called something other than interest, yield, or rewards. So what should it be called? Oh, and
Hey,
Ben
look.
Dubar is in the comments. I've been saying yield for a while now, but rewards might be better for no coiners. Yes, rewards. I think I would agree with that. So I was going to ask you, but I don't think I have to ask you anymore.
Like people, if you tell someone, you can earn yield, like they're going to think of like they're driving their car and they see a yield sign. They're going to be like, what? You're
like, where does the yield come from? Yeah, see, now when it's called mining, you could understand where the yield comes from. Like it's not coming from someone staking. is a little bit of a bottleneck. And then there was another question he asked, what should the destruction of your coins that you perform to perform proof of await mining in Hex be called? It used to be called staking. Check out my Hex staking ladder, quote unquote. What should that language be by now? Check out my Hex minting burns. Focus is on the destruction, TVL, TVB. I don't like the burns because that means that people are losing money from marketing. But what do you think it should be called?
I think total value burnt, I guess it would make sense. And you could frame it like, look, supply is getting burnt, more scarce. Because I feel like meme coins, especially, you go in the meme coin space, it's like every coin is like, burn. Oh, we're burning supply. Oh, but I don't know. Maybe some of the replies have good answers. What do you think? I mean, I guess you just said burning doesn't sound good to you.
It's going to be hard to really explain a ladder when you switch it from staking to mining. I don't know. That's a great question. I think the thing is, some tards are going to be like, "What? So you mean I'm burning my hex so I don't have it anymore?"
Yeah.
I don't know. Minting ladder, hex minting ladder, hex rewards ladder, hex payout ladder. I don't know. Something
I think
positive.
I had a response to this one. I can't remember what I said though. Hex reward ladder. That's what I said.
Oh, see, great minds think alike. All right, we'll leave it at that. And then Furu Finance got a good meme this morning.
Yeah, that was funny.
Mining Bitcoin versus mining Hex. Pretty much sums it all up. I like it, but everybody knows the rules. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's funny. I think I responded to that one. I think I said laughing cry face emoji.
You did. There you go. And I liked it.
I liked that one guy's response too. He said one could say it's less complicated.
Oh man. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, I'm not really such a meme guy, but when I get the inspiration, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's the funniest when you're not trying to think of a meme, because like if you're trying to think of it, there's more of that force factor. But I don't know. There's some really good memers. Gold Key is one of the best memers I've seen. So shout out to him. What's going on in the chat? So we got 60 people watching. Make sure you give it a like and subscribe. We're going to go see what you guys are saying. So do you have any ratio trading ideas and ideal ratios you think would make sense? Ben?
I don't know. I think what most people are speculating is that there could be some good trade between Pulse and PulseX, where you could get a lot of PulseX for one Pulse token, but I don't plan on really doing any ratio trading. I'm probably just going to watch, and see what's going on. So it's hard to guess. It's hard to know, really.
Yeah, the only time you don't know what a good ratio is because you don't know future price, right? So
right, yeah.
It's just a random guess. I think Hex is going to be the most valuable. I think Pulsechain is probably going to be the second most valuable, and PulseX would be the third in the short term, at least. So if you could get a 1-to-1 and move up like one PulseX or one Pulse, you might want to do that. But I don't know, because if, let's say, PulseX is trading at a higher price when you want to cash out, then you got a little bit screwed. So I'm just going to be buying Pulse because that's the only thing I don't have really with my liquid Hex. But honestly, based on the sentiment, it seems like you're probably going to get the best deal on PHEX because everybody's out there wanting to get Pulse right now and PulseX. So everyone that wants to get EHEX. Everyone that wants to get PHEX can get it right now, and that's just by buying EHEX. So you might get the best deal on PHEX, but you could already get it. So, and you might be getting it cheaper now than you'd get it once Pulsechain launches. So, I think the best thing to do is just DCA into what you need. All right. So, but for more information, you could go to furufinance.com and book a one-on-one, or you could go to bendubar.com and book a one-on-one. So that's that. Tiggle, can you read that for me? That name?
Tickle biddies. Tickle biddies. I don't know.
Is he trying to say like, oh, big old titties? Okay, I got it. He switched the first words, saying big old titties.
Nice.
I got you. Welcome to the show, big old titties. Go hit the like and subscribe. Appreciate you coming on. Richard Hart is always referred to Hex as proof of stake versus proof of work. Seems he is signaling legalese. It's another one of his code language. Legally?
I think, yeah, I don't know. Like trying to avoid legal complications for being called staking. I think you were kind of saying that earlier too.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. We don't want there to be any kind of idea that it's like interest, like you're doing the work, that kind of thing.
Oh, and he said, "Lol, call me Tig." I think it means I got it right. What are your thoughts on staking being all over the contract? What's going on, Stefan?
What's up, Stefan? I'm not sure who said it.
I don't know. What, you can't change that, right? So
yeah, I don't think it matters. Like, it's not. No one's going and saying, "Hey, let me check out the contract."
Yeah,
like,
no one's
some
looking
people
at.
are, but yeah, like
most people don't do research, so
yeah.
Let's see. Any other chats? Mr. Crypto says PHEX will do 1000x from the bottom because it will be such a good ratio to PLS pre-bridge. So he's saying that people are going to think it's really cheap, so they're going to buy it up. Oh, from the bottom, because there's going to be a dump. There's going to be a dump, right? So more room to run because people are going to trade PLSX for. I mean, I'm sorry. What am I saying? Because people are going to be trading their People are going to be trading their PHEX for everything else.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. Good thing I'm buying some PHEX right now. In fact, I bought PHEX today. I bought earlier this week. I broke the dollar cost averaging schedule when Richard Hart tweeted. So
nice.
Yeah. And Eric Meserve said, doesn't it make the most sense for Richard to release his documentary and then launch Pulsechain after while the hype is still there? What do you think?
I don't know. There's no guarantee the documentary is going to be like mainstream, viral, that kind of thing. So
I don't think it will until Hex really hits all-time highs. So I think you're better off waiting for closer to the top to release the documentary, because if you release it now when the price is down, people are going to think he's further validation that he's a scammer. Oh, but it's log. Yeah, good luck telling these normies. You have to really look bottom to top and not top to bottom. Or like, Hart's Law, everything's down together. Like, it's like, no, they just see what they would see as, it's not good. It's good marketing once, it's up and everybody's celebrating. That could really get a lot of new people in. So I think that releasing the documentary now would be a big mistake. I don't think it would get much viewership, and I don't think the viewership would have it wouldn't be a good first impression. I would have said if they had it ready when the teaser was ready, that would have been awesome when it was at like 40 cents. But that's not the case anymore. Right now, the best thing to do is make TikToks. But I don't think they should release it anytime soon. And it's not really up to Richard Hart also, because the release of the documentary is dependent on a streaming platform picking it up. And I don't think Netflix would pick it up right now. I think they'll be a lot more interested to pick it up once Hex goes viral. And Hex is starting to go viral. Did you see the numbers on TikTok?
It's like 36 million or something.
36 million on hashtag Richard Hart, and I think it was like 28 million on hashtag Hex Crypto in the past month.
Sorry, I gotta answer this.
It's his puppy. The puppy's texting him.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Centralized exchange is bringing the heat on staking since they lost everyone's money. So it's a targeting word now for regulation. That's a very good. That's a very good point. And Chad Donner Schwans is here to chat. Swans of House Donner has entered to chat. Awesome. What's going on, Chad?
Okay, sorry. What were you saying?
No, just. I think we're getting like over 100 million combined viewership on TikTok. The hashtag just Richard Hart. Hashtag Richard Hart, hashtag Hex Crypto combined got over 60 million views in the last month. 2 hashtags.
Man, that's crazy. It's exciting.
Yeah, man. Hex is going viral, and the only way to go viral is TikTok. So it's a good thing I injected that information to the community, because the marketing effort was there, but the allocation of the resources was very, very poor. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense, man. I think it's pretty awesome. You came in and like kind of encouraged everyone to get on TikTok, because I've fallen off. I haven't been posting. I'm sorry.
You're forgiven.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So I'm glad there's a lot of people doing it though.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll start doing it again soon. It's just one of those things I was doing, and then I was like, so.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've fallen off a little bit more also because I've been very busy, but I'm definitely going to get back on that, and I'm definitely going to continue to shill TikTok accounts, Hex TikTok accounts on the show, and engage in the Telegram. Yeah, if you're not in the Telegram, get in the Telegram, guys. Link is going to be put in the chat right now, but right now we got 318 members, all pumping out great content. So go join, get tips and tricks and some additional engagement from the Telegram. Just linked it in the description. But Bit Finesse is here. He said, just tuned into Mr. Dubard's yawn as I sit down to a nice bowl of hot miso soup and insane dino greens. Afternoon, gents. Afternoon. Bit Finesse. Give me
nice. That sounds good.
Bro. I get a pound, bro. I get a pound, Ben. He's gonna. Oh, yeah.
My arms I'm as wide as the wall, so my arms.
Go. Yo, go get the green screen.
Yeah, like folded up in my closet.
Yeah, we're gonna. You got any questions? Leave them in the chat. We're gonna move on. The next topic was 70 watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Please like and subscribe to Ben Dubard at Ben Dubard. But the next topic is he's still trying to book that puppy vet appointment.
Sorry.
The next topic is the marketing pivot. The marketing pivot. Richard Hart changed. Seems like from outrage marketing to I don't know what the synonym, what the opposite of that is. I actually was looking it up like in the beginning of the show, but I don't know what you'd call it if it's not outrage marketing, delight marketing, blessing marketing, kindness marketing. He's really softened up. I was pretty supportive of the outrage marketing, and I know you were as well. But he just tweeted, "Flexing is boring. I'm just focused on building and making the world a better place." What's your thoughts on that, Ben?
I think maybe this is signaling that we are in the hex bull market. Maybe that's the symbolism. Sorry, I got so distracted. I had to help this guy real quick. He's texting me, so
he got hacked. So my thoughts on that were just that. I don't know. I guess maybe it's a pivot. Maybe he feels like maybe the outrage marketing was outraging too many. But people are happy with that, and I guess that's fine.
I think it was a strategy to shake people out in the bear market or while price was going down. And now that like Pulse is about to potentially testnet's about to come out and then Pulsechain, like I feel like this is like, oh, like stuff's about to go down. And by down, I mean up. And he's like, all right, I'm done shaking people out. Like, time to be the Richard that I am. Like, that was just a strategy, I think. Because, I mean, people were like, oh, he's changed, you know, oh, what's going on, you know? Like, I think that was like, in hindsight, it's super duper obvious now. I think that was just like, hey, let me just shake out as many people as I can and let the people who actually like me and understand, like, get the low prices. Maybe that was it.
All right. So that's definitely could be.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just like trying to maybe like some girlfriend or something is having some influence on him. Like, Richard, you can't be like such
that's
a
what
show-off.
SJ said too. Where is that coming from? Is everyone's thinking that, it seems like.
It
People
looks
think
like it.
Got like a new lover, like he's fell in love with someone. Where did you get that from? Did you just think that up, or
I really just thought that up.
SJ said the same thing this morning on my stream. She was like, I think he is like a love interest or a mentor.
Great minds think alike.
I didn't think of that at all, but he did. I did see he commented on the Flamingo post, and he was like, if my girl ever did that or something, people were like, oh, you have a girl? So I thought he just meant that in general, like, but
then he's gonna end the relationship and he's gonna go right back to walking out of Louis Vuitton with the bags in his mouth and arms and hands.
yeah.
And everyone's gonna cry again. That would be really funny if he does like so. This was like the first tweet, and then it's like he gets into like my culture is my culture. You can't take it away from me. It's literally a part of me. Like, what the hell?
I thought that was pretty cool. I like seeing the pictures and stuff. I get what he means. You know,
that's him right there, I think.
Yeah.
It might be a reaction to people. People don't like when he talks in his black voice.
In a way, though, it's like where he's from. It's like it doesn't matter what skin color you are. It's just that's just how people talk. I feel like because like I went to a high school, like all black high school, and they put the gifted program in the all black high school to raise the test scores where I'm from. So I was in the IB. It was called IB program, International Baccalaureate. But outside of IB was like a bunch of Asian kids, and then me, and then other like white kids, and then the regular school was like mostly black kids, and then some Hispanic kids, and then a bunch of white kids and everyone just talked the same. Like it didn't like. It's just when you're around, like, I think that's what he means is like people are like, oh, you can't talk like that. It's like, dude, this is like that's where he grew up. That's how he is. Like, what the heck?
And then he says, the future is bright. and he shows like pictures of him as a kid. Very cute
Those are
kid.
so funny, man. So cute.
Really, yeah.
It's like a little Richard.
Little Richard, good looking kid. He's a good looking dude. He's just fat. No, it's true. Like he's actually good
Yeah.
looking. He's just fat. And then this is where he grew up, so he probably grew up pretty poor. But he was in he grew up in Florida. Not far from you, right? Not far from South Carolina.
Yeah, it depends. Depends where. Florida's so big. It like depends where you want to go in Florida.
Yeah, I think it's part of this is part of like the rebranding, but I don't know. It looks it just I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know. Like he sounds like it sounds like kind of like so cliche that he's almost like making fun of this kind of branding. But I don't know. You just because you can't really see sarcasm in text, right? Like there was another one. There was another tweet he had. Where is it?
I feel like it's him being genuine, but I could be wrong.
Where is it? Oh, I grew up poor. I never really noticed it though. Yeah, so I mean, it's that. It's just like, okay, if I've ever helped any of you or been of use to you, could you post something about it here? I'm making personal site more lovey-dovey. If you already messaged me something nice and you're okay with it being anonymized and posted, just remind me to check your message. Yeah, I don't know. Is this the real him or was like the like I own the world's largest diamond? Which one was the right him? Which one? May the real Richard Hart please stand up.
I think that's. I mean, I think that's the real him. You know, this is.
Okay. I just don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to get a read on this, and it's like hard to get a read on the sudden pivot. I just it's really weird. It's like
I think
I don't know.
Mark Rostelli is right. Like
Which
this
is
seems more. This is like the Richard I think of. You know, I guess it's him. You know, if you watch, you know, all his self-help videos and stuff, this sounds more like who he is.
he's really just a big teddy bear.
Yeah, I think he just wants to help people. I think genuinely that's his deal.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll take it. Yeah, he has helped a lot of people, and he's gonna help us hopefully. So, shout out to that. What's going on in the chat though? We got 61 watching, so just be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Richard is father now, perhaps. Lol, adopted Hexa. What do you think about that?
Maybe, dude. I don't know. He's talking about all this, you know, love making he's been having. He's a baby daddy.
Yeah. Could be. No way the boss getting chained up. It wasn't time to work before he had to wait. I don't understand that. Are you able to translate?
Yeah, I don't know.
Clarify. And then Mark Rostelli says, guys, this is a true self, not sarcasm. He wasn't comfortable with the big ego one. He seemed, yeah, I guess maybe he wasn't comfortable. Maybe he was just doing it he was taking one for the team, man. The outrage marketing was just taking it for the team. I think the outrage marketing was very effective. I think the way he dressed was very effective. It really helped the virality on TikTok. I think that's what young people want to see. And I think it catches people's attention. So I hope he doesn't go back to dressing in like the cargo shorts and t-shirt. And just because like it's fine if you want to dress like that, but it's not good for branding, man. It's not hip. So I think maybe he could change his tone, but I definitely liked the flashy stuff. I definitely think it was effective, and it made for great content. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's how you like. He wants to help people. That's how he's going to help the people he wants to help. I think is what he said. You know, the kind of people who are attracted to that kind of thing are typically the ones who like need the financial help. I believe is his angle. Like people obsessed with Gucci be like poor people. Um, you know.
Yeah, and it just catches your attention, and it's kind of trendy. And I'm not one to be like that, but I'm saying he should be like that. I shouldn't be like that. uh, but it was definitely very very effective because it caught people's attention. But maybe like there were some things maybe he could cut out, and there are some things he could keep. He doesn't have to go. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see like how he acts in person. I mean, is he gonna like start? Is he gonna start saying like these kinds of things during interviews? There's like no more. I own the world's largest diamond. It's just like he's gonna be saying, "This is my culture. This is my culture." But yeah, we're going to be looking at that very closely. But yeah, and I guess the last thing we could look into is the is the status of Pulsechain V3. Obviously, not much. There hasn't been much news since the tweet. Hasn't been much news since this tweet. But what were your thoughts on this tweet and how it how it affects your outlook on the time frame?
Thought it was very exciting, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Pulsechain Testnet V!" I said in my weekly update on Monday, I said, "Testnet V3 could be out today or any day now." So yeah, it was exciting to see that tweet. So we'll see. Maybe this weekend. That'd be so awesome. Be such a great weekend gift.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying like days away, and the days just keep going by. So
One of these days we'll be right.
yeah,
I think I have a video like 3 weeks ago where I'm like, testnet V3 could be days away. And I'm like, in the thumbnail. Oops. Sorry.
oops, 10,000 views later.
Sorry about that one, guys. Darn.
But this time it could really be days away.
This time it's the real deal.
Yeah. Since May, it's been months and days away. But remember there was just supposed to be two test nets, and we're already on V2B. So we're already on V3, technically. So this would be V4, testnet V4.
Technically, this is testnet V1 because this is the first testnet for the Ethereum 2.0 fork.
There you go.
So actually, this is the first testnet.
Actually.
But we can't. No, don't say that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess, do you think that Richard still thinks, do you think that Richard still thinks that we're going 11K and pray?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Because if he still believed in 11K, he might think time's on his side and he could just, he has time, right? He doesn't have to release it so soon because, you know, we're not going to big run ups and big hype cycles anytime soon. But if the Bitcoin market bottomed, right? If the crypto market bottomed, you don't want to be launching Pulsechain towards the end. Like, you know, I don't know when the good time is. You don't want to miss the bull market, let's just say. Like you want to get in before everything
I
starts
wonder
pumping.
if he wants it. He thinks it is going to 11K, and he wants to time it all with Hex rocketing, hitting new all-time high, with Bitcoin going to 11K.
You're
Like he
saying
wants to
that
time it
Bitcoin's
like
going to
that.
11K and Hex is going to be at all-time highs?
Yeah, like maybe he wants to try and do that. Just like what happened back in the day. I say back in the day, like 2 years ago when Bitcoin hit its first high. It did the double top, hit the first top, and as everything was crashing, that's when Hex went like to 56 cents. You know, maybe he's trying to create another. He thinks it is going to go to 11K still. Who knows? And what if that happened? I mean, it did the same thing, and that would be pretty cool.
That would be
That's
pretty
so much speculation. Like, it's just a fantasy of like, what if, you know? No one take that seriously. Not financial advice, of course. So, I just thinking like that'd be funny. So I don't know. He's like timing all the Pulsechain stuff with that, or that would be next level. Like, how does this guy, like, he would be like the Oracle if that happened, even though he kind of already is with the calling. Like, if he just the timing went that perfect, it'd be like, oh my gosh, like this guy's on another level completely. Although he already is, be like even more. So
That's interesting. I mean, it could. I don't know. So it could be he's doing some scheming of exactly when to release it, but I think it's more loose. I think it's more just like he feels like he has the luxury to make adjustments and implement things that otherwise he wouldn't be able to because the price is just sucking. But if like the prices start really running up, he might have more of a sense of urgency. Like, we just got to get it out.
yeah, I think Johnny Chaos said it so well when he was on, and he said patience versus ego.
Yeah.
And that was with getting the Aragon client, But could be with other stuff too. Like, he's like, oh, I want this. He's just tweaking all these things to be perfect. Little things now, it seems. I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff. But I think 2 more months.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Hopefully soon. We'll see.
Well, Johnny Chaos said May because Richard Hart said May and he didn't say the year. So he'd still be right.
For mainnet.
That really is so him to do it. It's so him to do that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, I think it's going to come out, and I think we're going to be very happy, if that makes sense. Yep. But I'm in it for the long run. I'm in it to win it. But yeah, I guess that's it for the news. We could go check back on the Hex price, see if anything has changed since the beginning of the show. Not really. Hopefully, we could hold this as support and head up to 10, 12 cents. And Bitcoin, not much has changed either. So if you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about in the chat, now is the time. Is the time. Now's your time.
Now's the time.
This is actually good. Mark Rostelli, Staker app guys are like, no, not a name change. It's now the Miner app. Miner app. Doesn't quite hit as well, but we'll take it.
Yeah, the highest of stakes. I wonder what they're gonna do now. Jeez.
The highest of mines. Ridiculous. What else do we have here? We got Bit Finesse says, can we get maybe a keyboard review soon, Mr. King Richard? What does that mean, a keyboard review?
He used to do his old videos. He would dude, he would literally bring out these keyboards and he'd be like, oh yeah, I love the clickety clack on this one. He'd be like, he'd be like, oh, this is a V3 TT BBC $400. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one doesn't sound as good. He'd be like, yeah. He had long hair. It was like, if you go back and see those videos, you're like, this is like the biggest dork ever, like not in a bad, but like,
and it's
like, what the heck is this? He's like, he has all these keyboards and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. I'd love to, if he just does a live stream and it's just keyboard reviews and then nothing else. And he's like, all right, bye guys.
Oh man. What about this over here? Tiggle bitties. Launch PLS first so people can buy it, drop the weak hands in the ICO dump, and then start the FOMO with the documentary.
That'd be great. That'd be cool. I'd like that.
What does that
I'm
mean?
just excited to watch it, man. I cannot wait.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. You know what? Yeah, no, it's gonna be good, but the timing is everything. I think that like releasing it now would be a big mistake. I think you have to release something like a documentary, something like a documentary's mainstream. Release it when Hex starts making its emergence into the mainstream. And what I mean by that is when there's like news coverage by television shows, which is closer than people think. He already got on one. It's closer, but it's up to us. And obviously, the way to do that is through organic virality, which is achieved in 2023 through TikTok. Um,
Yes.
so, what do you think about that?
Yes. I knew what you were going to say. 30 seconds before you said it. I could feel it coming. I just knew it was coming.
It's the answer to everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So get out there, post some TikToks, join the Telegram. Should we link that?
Yes, link that. Yes, virality in 2023 is achieved on TikTok. TikTok is the trend. The trend is your friend until the end. The trend is your friend until the end.
Have you ever seen Snowpiercer?
No.
Oh man. It's like this movie where people try to. Richard actually tweeted something where he was like, "This is how Snowpiercer happened." He tweeted an article mentioning Snowpiercer, but it's like they tried to solve global warming by like sending something into the air to freeze to like cool the earth down, but they accidentally froze the earth. So this rich guy made a train, and the last surviving members of humanity are on a train going in a circle around the earth to survive the ice age. It's so ridiculous, but you have to see it. But the rich guy who made the train is named Mr. Wilford, and like they have like a little elementary school on the train, and the kids are like singing praises to Mr. Wilford, and they're like the eternal engine. I feel like that's like Hex. We're like the smart contract, the truth engine. We have like Richard is Mr. Wilford. I don't know if anyone's seen Snowpiercer, they might know what I'm talking about, but it's just like I feel like we're like Richard is Mr. Wolford. We have the like what did you just say? What was the rhyme you just said?
Oh, the trend is your friend until the end.
The trend is your friend until the end. Praise Mr. Hart. Like, the trend is your friend into the train. It's like the eternal engine. Stefan says, "LOL, yes."
There you go.
Yeah, that's a classic movie, and they made a TV show about it. The TV show is kind of cool, but the movie is just classic. And what it is the people on the end of the train are like the poor people, and then as you go farther up the train, all the way to the engine is like higher class of society, and then the poor people, the poor people in the back like riot and take over the train.
There you go. Is that the Hexagons? They're the poor people that are going to take over the train?
It's like your T-share count determines where you are in the train. Like all the crabs or whatever, the shrimp at the bottom. They're like, ah. It's like Kareem's at the front of the train. They're like, we got to take down Kareem. It's not fair. We want justice. And they come and run up the train.
Yeah. Oh man, gotta watch the movie,
dude. Yeah, it's the same director who did God, what was that movie? The Korean movie where the guy's living under the house. It was huge. This movie was It's like name is like Kim Bun-jae or something. That's probably not his name. Something like that. Oh, Bong Joon-ho. He did the movie. It was really big just now. Bong. Parasite. There we go. Someone in the chat said it. Parasite. Eric Maserve. Thank you. Do you see Parasite?
No, I never saw it.
Oh, dude, that is such a good movie. If you ever are in the mood for like a thriller kind of just crazy movie. But yeah, sorry. Just took us off the rails. No pun intended.
Oh man. Yeah. Got to get back in the loop and watch these movies, dude.
Yeah, what the heck are you doing? You're wasting your time on making content and helping people. Yeah.
Trying to save people, trying to save you guys from yourselves. I gotta stop this sarcasm. It's not nice. Barry Thomas says Johnny Chaos seemed to allude to that all three Hex, Pulse, and PulseX games will be similar if not tied together. Did I get that wrong? No, you got that right. It will be tied together if the liquidity is very, very deep. If the liquidity pairings are very, very deep. I explained that in Force Parity explained video. Johnny Chaos is on the thumbnail. So did you see that video, Ben?
I think so. I mean, I know what you're talking about, the force parity. I'll have to send me the video or I'll find it, or
I could bring it up on the screen. It's exactly. One of these things. I don't know. It really made a difference to people. So I'm very proud of it. Because a lot of people were having trouble understanding Hart's law, and a lot of people were having trouble understanding how the OA could force parity and how the ratios could be forced to stay the same. So that is right over here. So this one is force parity. We got the whiteboard, so it kind of brings it to life. And Hart's law, this one's really good too. So if anybody doesn't understand Hart's law, first watch Hart's law and then go to the force parity video. And there's actually a very good tutorial in my Patreon about DEXs. If you guys want to join that, link is in the description, and I would really appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I'd say about that. What do you think, Ben?
Check out those vids.
Check out those vids, man. Is there anything else that you wanted to bring up?
I've started my Friday. I have two weekly live streams now. So if anyone checks out my channel,
we're gonna put that Wednesday, up right
now. Yeah. So Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I live stream, like usually solo, but Furu has made a cameo, I believe, and that'll be more casual, where I'll just talk about stuff like Hex Pulsechain stuff. And then on Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern time, I'm doing moonterviews. So if you go to the live tab, I call it a moonterview. And this is the background that me and Furu are using. And this morning I talked with SJ, who did the Sci-Vive audiobooks, and that is meant to be just more like a conversation where we just talk about whatever. So I asked her about like how she found Richard Hart and how she started doing the Sci-Vive stuff. I didn't realize how much work she's actually done with the Sci-Vive stuff. It's pretty cool. So it was really fun. We talked about a lot of stuff. She has like a lot of cool stories just about random stuff that we talked about. Like she was in Puerto Rico during these like hurricanes, just kind of crazy. She used to do acting. So cool stuff that we just talked about. So that's the goal of that. So Furu, love to have you on a moonterview, and we can ask you questions. I don't know, random questions about whatever. We basically just talked, and she would say stuff, and I'd just like ask questions about that, and it just would go. It was pretty fun.
Well, I'd love to come on. I always love coming on. So
you would have been the first guest if it hadn't been her. But she asked me to go on her channel earlier this week, and I was like, hey, what the heck? I'm about to start my moonterviews. I was like, hey, do you want to? She was like, you could come on my channel or I could come on yours. And I was like, hey, you know what? Be my first moonterview.
Yeah, she deserves it because she really puts in crazy work with all the Sci-Vive TikToks and all the she's got a lot of stuff. She's making the audiobooks for it as well, and that's like a lot of reading chapters. So I think if anyone deserves to be on the first moonterview, it would be definitely a Wild SJ. But I would definitely be totally excited to come on.
She's been editing like editing stuff she's been adding to it. Like if Richard says something that she doesn't understand, she looks it up and explains it. So she's actually been like editing the book to make it better. And I didn't realize all the work she'd been putting in. I thought, oh, you just read the paper and read it into a microphone, but no, she's like doing a lot of extra work. So
Yeah,
pretty
definitely.
cool. So go
And
sub to me if you want.
and she's got a Patreon also. I know
Right.
it
Yeah.
would be good to support her because not everyone's an OG, and like when people put in a lot of work, it's important to support them, and you get benefits as well. So you guys could go check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
And yeah, what else? What else is going on with the Ben Dubard channel and social media and things like that, and everything like that?
I've had some one-on-ones with people that just want help. Like one guy just wanted help figuring out his Pulsechain strategy, which I don't give financial advice, but basically just ask stuff that people come here and ask in the comments, But if you wanted to do one-on-one, you can meet with Furu, you can meet with me, As long as you can get help, I think that's what's important. People can get, help from someone they trust and want to get help from. So you can do that. And then I've been helping this tax accountant basically like take people's transactions and put them into the proper format to submit to the IRS, because the way all these websites that are like, give us your crypto transactions and we'll organize them correctly, they actually are really bad. So there's a need for people. It's very tedious, but there's a need for people to like go in and try and like basically just look at the transaction hash, figure out what was going on, and put it in the proper format to be submitted. So that's an opportunity for you. For anyone else listening, if you're like, hey, I want to do some kind of work, I don't know, you could reach out to any kind of CPA and say, hey, I could help you. If you have crypto clients, which I know a lot of them probably do, and you need help making the transactions fit or like organizing the stuff, like I can like, I'm in crypto and I can help you. So it's pretty cool. But I just started doing that. So yep,
Oh,
just been building the YouTube. I don't know.
There you
Chilling.
go.
What about you?
So I've been doing like the same stuff as you, man. So I don't even need to say anything. But yeah, I mean,
Nice.
I've been doing the YouTube. I've been streaming every day. I've been clipping the streams. I've been on Twitter a little bit as well. I've been doing some one-on-ones, and I've been doing some courses in the Patreon, which is good. And yeah, no, I've been working very, very hard. I don't think I've ever worked this hard in my life and earned so little money for what I've done, but been so happy. It's like
Nice.
it's like actually doing what you enjoy doing is like at another level, like so underrated. So I mean, hopefully it could be more profitable, and it's nice to have the prospect that one day it will. But in any case, I think Hex is going to the moon, and if I get to spend my time doing this, I mean, it's really been amazing.
Yeah, bro. I think it's going well. Like you're sowing seeds with your Hex stakes, and like you're building like an awesome channel and brand. So like, I mean, I was checking out your Patreon, and you got like a lot more Patreons now. Like, I mean, it's growing. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks,
seeing
man.
it grow. If you know.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's definitely growing. It definitely helps out. But there's definitely a lot more that needs to be done. And it's definitely and actually, a side point, my unemployment's gonna stop coming in soon. So I'm not going to be getting that check every week, but it's fine. I think I'm on good enough footing now, which is good.
Dude,
Um,
awesome. Well,
where
that's
I can
good.
keep doing this, which is freaking awesome because I don't know. I never. This is freaking awesome. I want to do this the rest of my life. I don't want to be working some job like I was. And I know you don't want to either. I just kind of hear people's stories about, like my boss this and like, oh my gosh, like how, and I'm thinking like, I don't want to have to subject myself to this. Like and there's nothing wrong with working a job. I'd be making more money if I was working a job. But And I encourage people to work a job. Actually, I think it's a very good thing. I think being a professional is actually a very good thing because if you go to school and you go to if you could be earning six figures like pretty quickly, but it's still a job, and it's not as good as having your own thing. But definitely,
Yeah, dollar cost crypto put it very well where he said like if you just make a lot of money in crypto and then you don't do anything, everything feels like work. So like, and he's right. Like you're like, oh, I gotta go to the dentist, and then you're like, this, I hate it. Like there's always work, there's always something. So like you have to find a purpose. If you don't work, like if you go full time crypto or whatever, like you gotta do something, Otherwise, just I'm thirsty and I need water from my sink. I gotta like literally, like it just turns into that where everything's a task, and it's like so you gotta have meaning one way or the other. And I know, I mean, a job, like it depends on the person, a lot of people, some people, the structure is really great, having a job, it gives you structure, community. If you like what you're doing, that's awesome. But I know for people like us, me, I personally like being my own person, like, I don't know. I mean, I've worked a lot of jobs. Maybe I just didn't find the right job. I don't know. But I've met people who, this woman worked on Wall Street for like, and she's retired now. But she actually she was like, she was saying, I think you're doing the right thing, when she heard, I'm doing my own thing, that kind of stuff. She was like, looking back, like I made so much money. She worked for like big banks and stuff and made a shit ton of money, and she's very well off now. But she was kind of like, it kind of was like, I don't know. She's like, I just think you're doing the right thing, because when you work a corporate job, it is kind of like meaningless, and like anytime something bad happens, it's all your fault, and then anytime something good happens, it's just your superior takes the credit, and it is just, and it's like, yeah, you get money, and like she learns a lot and knows a lot, but so I've had people who did take the path of working a job, corporate job, whatever, their whole lives, and they kind of are like, what, I do kind of regret not just like trying to do my own thing. Now that they are retired and have free time, they're like, oh wow, like what if I could have like had this kind of life like all the time or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I
it's everyone's
actually,
different. So
it's actually something big that you said there about like the superior taking credit, and that did happen at the last job I was working, and yeah, it really hurt, man. So like, I'm very careful if I ever say something that, especially someone that's not as big as me says. I'm very careful to quote them, and I hope I haven't made the mistake to not do it. But giving people credit is like so important. It's like so
I
important.
found being kind of like making my own path like this, life feels like a video game. Like I'm like, I never know who I'm going to meet that I could potentially work with or like make money with or form some kind of connection with, Like I had an Uber driver who was, the side of his Uber was a ad for like he was an accountant also. So then I'm like, yo man, like do you have crypto clients, all this stuff? And I'm just like, you can network with anyone anywhere. It feels like life is like a video game. Like you never know what kind of side quest is going to pop up. Hey, you're into crypto. Hey, I actually need help with a one-on-one doing this thing or whatever. Like it feels like, I've always thought like life is kind of like a video game, and it does feel like that when you, I guess, are an entrepreneur in a way. You're like, you never know who you're going to meet, who's going to be like, hey, I had a similar idea. We could work together. We could try and do this. Like you could have like so many, I guess the way to put it is like pots on the stove, like, oh, let me make money doing this task. Oh, this task. I make money doing this task, this task, this task. But there's downsides too. It's like no one's kicking your ass to get out of bed in the morning. You got to do it. If you mess up, it's on your name. Well, I guess it's the same with the job too. But like, if you can't do it, like it's all on you. You have to take responsibility as well. So,
Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying, but I wouldn't want it any other way. But obviously,
right.
it's not a given that it's success. And yeah, I mean, there are, I'm not, I don't like, I think people that bash people that are wages, I think they're very shallow, because uh, there is a lot. It's very nice to have that security that
Mm-hmm.
every week or every other week on Friday, you're going to get a nice check. Like it's going to be there for you. Like doing this, you don't really have that, and you really have to work super hard to even get in a position where you're financially secure. Unless obviously crypto goes where we think it is, but
Did you
which we
see
think it will.
I had a good stream with RH Max. We talked about Naval and Alex Hermosi and Richard Hart, and there's so many good Naval quotes to describe what you're talking about. Like one he says is the two most, and I agree with you. I don't want to. There's nothing wrong with working a job, and there's nothing wrong with doing what you want and trying to be an entrepreneur either. So I don't look down on anyone who, but he says the two most addicting things are heroin and a monthly salary. Because it is like the comforting, warm feeling of like, oh, I have this money coming in every month. And then he has another one where he says entrepreneurs typically like you bleed a lot, and then eventually you like hit it big or whatever. You get a big payout every once in a while. And he says, we've evolved obviously, like humans, like we're biologically wired. We're not wired to bleed every day. If you get a cut, you put a Band-Aid on it immediately and stop it. You're not like programmed to just bleed it. And so it's the same thing. He's basically translating that into money where like you're used to just getting, gradually getting some like every week, every month. Like you're actually like wired for that to happen. And so you are like going against, I guess, your nature in a little bit. Like you're kind of like you bleed continuously for years. If you think of startups too, like, a startup, like you're just losing money, and then all of a sudden, like you get the product, the big break or whatever, and then you have 1 year where you make millions, whereas you were losing money for years while you're building the product and perfecting everything. So
Yeah, it's very
it's kind of
true.
interesting.
You
Yeah.
know what I was always jealous of? I
Who?
was always jealous of like those people that are wages, like professionals, but they freaking love it. like 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 they love being accountants, or they love being nurses, or doctors, and like they just love it so much, and it's like they get the best of both worlds.
Right.
Like they don't have to think to themselves like, oh, if only I could be doing something better. Like it's like, yeah, crunch the numbers. Get
That's
that
true.
report
Yeah.
ready.
My sister, she worked at Google for a little bit. Like she does
Yeah.
computer science, and I visited her in New York City actually, and like it was pretty sick. Like they got to ride. They had scooters. The office was so big. Like this Google New York City office, they had scooters. They could ride a Razor scooter like around the entire building. They had game rooms with like every gaming console, like ping pong table, massage chairs everywhere, like coffee bars, the gourmet chefs cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner for free for them. Like I was like,
What?
wow, this is like amazing. So,
It's not even work, dude.
huh?
It's not even work.
Yeah, I mean, it just was like it's just wow, like this is incredible. And they would have they were in New York City, so like she met Will Smith because the cast of Suicide Squad came to the Google office to like do speeches. And I think Walter White's wife from Breaking Bad came and did a talk. So they have like these incredible people coming to like do talks. They're like, oh yeah, Will Smith's coming to work today. It's like wow. And I have a friend who works at a Google in like San Fran, and it seems, it's pretty incredible. It's like a whole nother level, like
Yeah.
job life.
Yeah, but guess what? They still have to answer to someone.
Yeah, loser, sucker.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm coping. I'm coping. There's good and bad. There's pros and cons to everything, everyone. But yeah, no, that's some good stuff, and I guess we'll leave it at that. Guys, thank you
Cool.
very much for tuning in. Please hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And patrons, I will see you Sunday at 12 p.m. for our Zoom meeting. Become a patron. Link in the description. Go like and subscribe. Go subscribe to Ben Dubard at Ben Dubard. Follow him at Ben Dubard on Twitter. Go to bendubard.com and follow him on TikTok at Ben_Dubard. Have a
Yeah.
great rest of your day, guys, and have a great weekend.